Hello, this is Malorian, and this is now going to be a 50-point game of my Rhyas against MacBain. So it seems to be a theme with Rhyas. Out of the 10 games I've played with her, 5 of them have been against MacBain, but the real big thing that will be the difference in this game is that I'm trying out the Throne of Everblight. So you can see it there, it's a massive model. Took forever to put together. It was kind of a pain actually, but it looks pretty cool, has some cool rules, and I really want to try it out. So anyway, this time we just got the very first scenario. So we want to control each other's zones. There's also the kill box going on. And on my side, I got the Black Frost Shard, I got the Feral Geist, I got the Seraph, the Carnivian, Shredder, I got Rhyas, of course, the Throne of Everblight, full Archer unit with UA, and then I got Min Raptors with Anissa Rival on the far right. And of course, the big thing I'm trying to do this game is I want to do the whole mix between Rhyas' feet and the throne. So I could see that the throne is really good at killing infantry, but with its whole teleporting jump it does with the feet, it'll be neat to see if I can kill something more important. And then on his side, in the far left, he has the Devil Dogs. Then he has a Mule, Iana, and Holt. Then he has Silas that's attached there to MacBain. There is also the little Reinhold. He has a Nomad. Up front there you can see that there is Alexia. There's also his Piper. There is... got all these crazy names. Linissa. Then he has all his Halberdiers. He also has Stannis. And then he also has his cavalry there. So the big thing when I looked at this list is that there's a lot of little shooty solos, and I know from the last time that we played that really killed me. So I'm really hoping to pick them off quickly. Maybe those can be the good targets that I can have with my throne there. And as well, I now have the good pairing with my cav against his cav, and I've made my prey target his cavalry. So hopefully I can pick those off very quickly, and we'll just kind of see where it goes from there. So he has first turn, he puts failsafe up on the Nomad, otherwise everything is just rushing up towards me. My turn, for the most part I'm fairly defensive. On the left I'm just moving up to try and flank around with my Black Frost Shard to try and make him dedicate which way to go. My beasts are there to really, hopefully just tear apart those Devil Dogs and force him to have to come back to his own zone. Otherwise, I have Rapport up on the Carnivian, Spunny Growth up on it, I have Tenacity up on Rhyas, I have Oculation up on my Archers who put up some Suppressive Fire, and I also got some nice shots with Anissa Rival and killed 2 of his Cav there already. So that's fantastic, and really I want to make sure to be fairly defensive and hold back just so I can get this big first strike. So unfortunately it seemed I wasn't defensive enough. Between the Blood Kiss and the Hunter's Mark, it just destroyed me because the extra range and damage on his Stannis and his Cav coming in and shooting and all this stuff just destroyed me, and boom, my throne is gone right away. He also had a scattering shot on the left that killed one of my Black Frost Shards, so this is just not going the way it was supposed to go, and I really feel I'm on the back foot right now. But the only nice thing I see here is I think I see an assassination attempt, because if I can kill Stannis to get him, I think he's in combat with the Carnivian, and then if I kill Anissa and Holt, then what I can do is slipstream up the Carnivian, use my feet to charge Alexia instead, pop over, and all of a sudden I'm attacking his MacBain. So as long as I can get this to work, this could be over just as quickly as it's gone bad. And yeah, this is the turn where I really learned a lot of things. First of all, my Shredder goes after Stannis, all nice and rabid, and I didn't realize he got to hit me first, so he went and knocked out my mind, or was it my body? Either way, it meant that I didn't get the job done, which was horrible. So then I went to the next part, and I thought, okay, well, I'll go and I'll just shoot up Holt, and with all my super shots, I'll just take out both of them. Well, no, I didn't realize he gets to shoot back and stop it. So that completely wasted the Seraph. At least I got the slipstream over the Carnivian, who then went and did a spray onto Ania, whatever, the other lady, And then it turns out that they work as a pair, so he got to shoot me as well again. So now my Carnivian was a waste. So everything is falling apart. So I basically at this part had to really just give up on the assassination. It wasn't going to happen. Uh, Raptors and shooting basically comes over and just wipes out all of his cav, wipes out Stannis, kills some of his halberdiers, and then I just kind of lock him up with my Raptors. Just because, even though that's kind of throwing away 6 points, it's at least saving my 10 points of archers and keeping him farther back. And yeah, I'm not liking it at all. Plus, my 2 shots with my Black Frost Shard on the far left managed to do all of 1 damage to the mule. So, I killed some stuff here, but I still don't feel good. His turn 3 then, and you could see now that he's completely abandoned my Black Frost Shard on the left. He doesn't see them as a threat at all, and he starts coming after my 2 beasts. So he has 1 blast that hits the Seraph, does some damage. He moves up the Nomad, does some damage to the Carnivian, but thanks to Spunny Growth, I also do a good number back on him. You can see that all of my Raptors were wiped out, so that really hurt. And then he had his 1 little Lanissa move over to blast my Anissa Rival, and luckily I was left with 1 hit point left. So, yeah, not the greatest, but it looks like now I can at least have a good counter. My turn 3 then, I'm really just cleaning up house now. This was fantastic. So, doing some combined shots and all this stuff, I was able to kill Lanissa, kill off more of the halberdiers, so that's fantastic. Nissa Rival is just pulled off to the right side. My Black Frost Shard are picking off some of the Devil Dogs now. I was able to kill the Nomad. Rhyas had charged in and used her feet just really to kill 1 Devil Dog, hop over, kill Holt, and then jump back. And really the only disappointment I had is I sent in a rabid shredder to go kill Alexia and just wasn't able to do it just because with all those corpse tokens her armor was just too high. But otherwise it's starting to turn around and I might be able to win this attrition war now that I've knocked out the teeth of his army. His turn 4 then, this is when he's going to release all of these corpse tokens to turn into these little Bane Knight things. He's using these executioner models from fantasy. But really, whereas I thought, oh man, here we go, this is just going to crush me, all the stuff started to begin with trying to kill my Shredder, and everything was missing. So this big counterattack that could have really hurt me really just kind of fell apart. And yeah, so otherwise, his halberdiers just kind of went up to tie me up. MacBain eventually had to go and kill my Shredder, and I just went and possessed it with a ghost. He was trying to net my Seraph. It failed. He came after me with the mule. Didn't really do much damage to me at all. So I'm looking at this and loving it just because it looks like he's completely falling apart in the defensive. He's given up on his own zone. I can kill his last jack. My archers can just pull back thanks to dash and just start shooting things up. And this is just great. The only problem I do have is that last turn I was a little bit too defensive with my focus, and so I won't be able to pull off everything from my beasts. But, as long as I get some average rolls, I should be okay. Naturally, though, I don't get average rolls, and I failed both the tests. So I was able to pull off it so they each only had 1 on them, and so they're needing 8s, and I failed both. The Seraph at least was able to do a good amount of damage to the mule there, but unfortunately the Carnivian was forced to attack the Seraph, and the only thing that saved me is that he had knocked out my mind, so I was rolled like garbage and didn't hit, so that really saved me. So really all I could do then is last turn MacBain had pulled his feet, so that was going to make things a little bit more difficult, so all I could do was zip over with Rhyas, just to attack one of them, cast my dash spell, move back away. My archers start shooting up the halberdiers just to knock them down, just so they can't be attacking when they get back up. And yeah, my Black Frost Shard are trying to kill his little Reinhold guy, but I just can't manage to hit. And it seems now, just when I had everything going for me, some fury mismanagement on my part has now given it right back. His turn 5 then, he engages me with his halberdiers. Uh, Again, he's just having a hell of a time trying to kill that one shredder, and so in the end, he was only able to do it again with MacBain, and so my little feral geist pops out to be over there and in the way. Uh, he is able to net and kill my Seraph, so there's one beast down, so that kind of sucks, but at least I still have the Carnivian, and really that's all he's able to do this turn. He's just kind of stuck in the middle with a scattering of solos. So then my turn 5, same sort of trick. I use dash to get my archers out of combat, kill off the halberdiers, kill off some of these solos, most importantly being the Alexia that was there. I went and killed some of the devil dogs. Most importantly, it was just their leader. I scrapped the mule. Of course, had to heal up my Carnivian first. And otherwise, I mean, now my prey target is on MacBain, and he's in a horrible spot because just where is he going to do, what is he going to do in that situation? So, just waiting now for him to try and do something, maybe kill my Carnivian, and then I'll just deliver the killing blow. So his turn 6 then, and he really doesn't do much at all. He tries netting my Carnivian, which he does, and attacks me with the one Weapon Master guy, but otherwise he just kind of kills the Feral Geist, sends a blast into my archers, kills 4 of them, and he's just kind of hanging out in the center of the board, just waiting to react to whatever I do. My turn 6 then, I try and force the scenario, and so I charge in at Reinhold, miss both attacks because he's just too sneaky, shoot some shots into his MacBain, find that it's not really worthwhile, so I just go and I kill the Silas solo that was with him, so there's just one more little support gone. And then otherwise, I just go to want to kill off the devil dogs to again just kind of force his hand. But unfortunately, when I charged in with Rhyas, they had tough up, and he made his tough roll. And unfortunately, I'd used all my fury to heal up the Carnivian, so I couldn't buy an attack. I was stuck there. My Carnivian had to go and finish them off. I threw up spiky growth on both of me, and it still looks fairly good, but I was supposed to have been sprinting back. So his turn 7 then, he gets his opening, he charges in, moves over his Piper first so that he can get Gang Fighter. He doesn't goof around, he boosts the hit, and bam, I'm just smashed, and I think it was 2 or 3 hits. So victory to MacBain, and this game was kind of a mixture of, it was a good back and forth game, but it was still very disappointing at times. Of course, losing my Throne of Everblight so quick like that was, in a game that was going to be all about the throne just to see what I can do, was kind of a kick in the teeth. Then I made some huge mistakes where I just didn't know the rules of his army, and I just kind of screwed up my own activations, and then finally in the end screwing up both my heavy war beasts by having some fury mismanagement, and actually again screwing up by just not having the safety of one fury on Rhyas, so that if I needed a second attack because of the tough, then I could sprint away. And so because of that, I just basically, even though I had to claw back and get back into the lead, I just gave it right back to him, and it ended with a caster kill. So there you have it. Interesting game, if nothing else, and hope you enjoyed it.